Dressing him today.
I love turquoise, but I will tell you, turquoise, I have a huge affinity for it. But when I selected these, when I was going through these materials and I was deciding, okay, we want to offer more than one type of material in this necklace since it's such a versatile, great design. So we want to do something a little bit different. And so I thought, I want to be really selective. So it took a lot of soul searching, but I thought the pink opal, look at this pink and look at the grade of this. Okay, look at the grade of this material. Okay, of course, the Cloudy Mountain turquoise, this is an exclusive. The only way you can buy this rough is through us. Nobody else in the world has it. And then the Zambian amethyst. And African amethyst is now, if you go and do any of your research, you'll find that African amethyst is the most sought after of all the amethysts in the world.
And it's so
it used
rich
to be, and I'm not taking away from the South American, the Brazilian, or Uruguayan material. That's how I started in amethyst, but I will tell you right now, the color, the texture, the crystals, the structure, crystalline structure of the African amethysts are really something that, from my side of it, something that I appreciate. And they take such a wonderful, wonderful polish and a wonderful facet.
And so all natural color, lots of sterling silver. Here's your matching ring, and that is that faceted freeform gemstone in your choice, just like the today's special of the Zambian amethyst, of course the turquoise, or that Australian pink opal that we've got Danya wearing. Comes in sizes 5 through 12, and today it's $79.99. Of course, if you want to break that down into monthly payments, that's what FlexPay is for. So we'll ship it out to you for $16 and your shipping and handling, and then you get to pay over time. And I always recommend you buy the matching pieces if you can do that, because a lot of times you'll come back and these are so limited that then it's gone, and then you don't have that true match. And yes, you'll find other pink opals from Jay, but if you want it to go with your today's special, certainly consider this one. It's item 658759. These are wider bands as well, so humbly I will say I always size up on these. I'm normally a 7. I go up to an 8 just to make sure I get that great fit, and I don't want that muffin top spilling out on my ring. Could you believe it? I'm like, really? Not only do I have muffin top over my jeans, but now my rings as well. So definitely consider sizing up. The amethyst and the opal, all checkerboard faceted, so they really dance pretty with the light. And then you've got that smooth cabochon if you're choosing the turquoise. 658, Jared, 759.